welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my channel, welcome back. As you've seen by the title, we're going to be speaking about university. Alright, so all the ins and outs of university, accommodation, degrees, my choices. Yeah. I would say go to university if you have a plan that you have an idea what you want to end up in the long run, because not all degrees you choose will take you into a job that would lead to a career. Not all. Side note, some degrees require furthering your studies even more. I chose that path, which I could have done it sooner, but you don't regret things, you just learn and you move on. That's my motto. So for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm doing my second degree. People probably wonder why you're going to be in so much debt, you know, are you sure you want to do that? People ask you all these questions about university when you're going to do a second one. Let me give you my story, alright? I left college thinking, yeah, I'm going to do a 2-course degree, which was joint. Okay, so I would end up with a joint degree. And my desire at the time was to be a music therapist. Hence why I did music and I did childhood studies. I did not do psychology because I didn't have the grades for psychology. Cool. One, the university that I went to was not supportive in the sense of, I wouldn't name names, wouldn't say where it is, but they weren't supportive. I didn't know I had to go and do more training and all that jazz, okay? Remember, no one didn't say anything. People don't tell you nothing. It's like you have to go and look for it yourself, basically. So that being said, whilst I was in my first degree, I always sought out advice from their career advisors and stuff. And like, oh yeah, you can do psychology this, you can do psychology that, you can do this therapy, that therapy. I'm like, I'm not really into that. My main focus was music therapy at the time because that's my only vision I was seeing. I was like tunnel vision, you know, you're just having one view and nothing else around it. So that was that. I was in my first year of my degree and I was trying to shift and change from doing my current degree to nursing at the time. This is what my first thought of nursing, yeah, was back in 2011, before year one was about to, because I was hating the uni, hating the environment. I wanted to be away from where I was. I didn't like it. Not everybody, guys, has your back in giving you advice on what to do with your career. Yeah, because I've come and do a full circle. So I remember speaking to somebody for advice. I said, oh, I was thinking of changing and doing nursing. And they were like, oh, I don't think nursing is for you. I don't think that is your, you're not somebody who would, you know, do well with nursing. And I'm like, okay. Wow. And they were quick to push me into, oh, more, you can do youth work, or you can do this, or you can do that. And that wasn't, I didn't want to do youth work. That wasn't I would have enjoyed, and I've experienced youth working before, and I'm like, that's not for me. I'm not somebody who quits. I would just finish my degree and then I would figure something out afterwards, because I don't want to leave this degree. I would have to pay them back money anyway, so why leave and do something else? If I had somebody else then to tell me it's okay to leave and start another degree, I would have done it. Anybody now, my advice to you, if you are struggling in your degree now, despite the whole pandemic, despite the whole problem that's going on right now, and it's not for you, and your grades are below average, right? If it's below average, do not carry on feeling stressed out in that degree, and do something that you are desiring to do that will give you a career in the end. Because if you are passionate for that thing, it will come out and you will find the avenue that you need to get to for your career. Alright? Cool. Moving on. So I finished my degree. I passed. Thank the Lord. I passed. I got my degree. Got my BA honors. And yeah, that was it. This was back in 2013. and I didn't go straight into a career because and I don't play an instrument, so it's like, what am I supposed to do now? So I changed my mind from doing music therapy. So I changed my mind from doing music therapy, and I end up working in retail. Retail was not for me, but I did it anyway. And then after retail, I thought I can't keep doing it forever. So I ended up applying to the hospital in my local area and became a healthcare assistant. Remember, I said things come back in full circle again, and I became a healthcare assistant. I did healthcare assistant for 3 years. 3 years I did that for. Then I realized, and then the thing is, when I was in that, it's only when you're in an environment then you would know what your heart is for real. So I was in that environment for 2-3 years, and I thought, nah, I can't stay HCA all my life. And I think that was my wake-up call to be like, I mean, being a healthcare assistant is not a problem, but I can do more than this. And it was me seeing the value in myself rather than asking for somebody else to see the value in me. And that's the thing, most of us these days, well, as far as I'm aware, look for value in other people to give it to us than we find it within ourselves, knowing that we can accomplish something. Not on our own, but obviously God is with you 24/7, but you're looking for validation in somebody else. And the good thing about it is that when you're in that environment, you can see your purpose, you can see your potential. And I saw my purpose while I was working there. And then there were people around me contributing to my passion and saying, Melissa, you can do this, go and apply for it. And then that gave me an extra push to go and apply for the degree. What I didn't like is people saying, oh,
are you sure you can afford it? Or, that's going to be more cost on you, isn't it? That's a bit expensive. Are you paying for it yourself? Or is the government going to pay for you?
And I'm like, at the end of the day, don't try to discourage people on what they want to do. I mean, whether they're going to be in debt or no debt, that has nothing to do with you as an individual. It is up to the person themselves to decide what they want to do. Alright? So I did, and I applied for the degree, but I must say I did come across some stumbling blocks here. Because at first I wanted to do mental health nursing, and when I went to my interviews, they were really harsh because I kept speaking on things like children nursing. I'm like, oh yeah. So I wasn't successful when I was applying for mental health nursing, despite, because people can say, oh no, that's too easy, da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, but again, you guys coming to change my mind again, what's your problem? So then I didn't get discouraged again. I just felt like, you know what, I'd keep applying, and I'd keep applying and keep applying. And it was only until one male nurse, yes, there are male nurses out there, okay, not only female, there are male nurses. But yeah, one male nurse spoke to me, he goes, Melissa, I work at this university and you will be a really good nurse. And I was like, what? Really? You sure? Because sometimes I second guess myself. I'm not gonna lie. I second guess myself. And he's like, no, for real, you'll be a good nurse. You have the qualities, da 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 da. Obviously, I work with a gentleman sometime, so he has seen me on the ward and stuff. And he's like, yeah, apply to my university. They will help you with everything. He's probably telling his university, yeah? I said, but listen, yeah, me and maths, we're not friends. So, I know in nursing you have to have good maths. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I have classes that's on the side after lessons and stuff. In the week, it can come from extra maths. He's like, no, we help you a lot with your maths, so it's fine. And I'm like, what? That's because my only problem is my maths. I only have maths problems. But don't get me wrong, yeah. And the thing is, you know how I know I was really adamant to get this degree? I'd go to other nurses and I'd be like, can I get some maths questions? Or I would always ask, how do you work on that? How do you work on this? How do you work on that? Because I'll also see them join up medication, and me being a HCA, I just ask questions, innit? Because I want to know more. Trust me, I asked a lot of questions. So I was like, so they would give me maths equations to do, and I would do them. And anything that I learned, I would write on the equation, because I want to be able to do it for myself eventually. So yeah, so that's how I end up going into my second degree, which is nursing at the minute, children nursing. Currently in my second year, and first year was a breeze, passed it. First half of second semester was a bit painful. I mean, I passed everything except my maths again. See, my maths came back and I didn't pass it, but I have a retake coming up, which is not a problem. In a nutshell, guys, I would just say when you're choosing your degree, let's start with the university itself. Look up the stats of the university. Look up, especially for your degree, look at the stats for that university. And especially for the course you're looking into, look at where their alumni and where their ex-students have gotten to, because that way you will see more of a guidance on the university. Also, call the university, ask them their advice or their brochure, the prospects. You can ask for that as well. And yeah, you just find out more for yourself. Make sure you're going to be going to university that is credible, and not only credible, but also you gain benefits from the university, taking you into jobs. Okay. 2, go and view the university, see what the area is like, what if you'll be able to, you know, grow in that area. Because I remember my university, the first one I went to was so far, 3 hours away from where I actually live. It was so far, and I hated it. I hate it because it was so like, it wasn't me, it was like an ancient area. Like, into my second year I moved out. I didn't like it, but I still kept commuting to university, but I did not like where I was living at all. 3, I would say to apply for a degree that will take you into a career. That's my 3 sections so far. 4 now goes on to living environment. Yeah, in my first degree where I lived was in halls. I shared with 7 other people. Yeah, we shared a kitchen, we had our own bedroom, we shared a bathroom, shared a kitchen. That was grim. My experience then. When I moved into second year and I moved out of the area, I shared a flat with another person. It was hardly there. So, that was great. I love being in my own space. It was really, really good. And in my 3rd year of that degree, I moved back into halls again. And that was the worst experience of my life. Didn't like it at all. Because I lived in, again, it was like a block of flats. And it was like an ensuite, but we just had the kitchen alone. But the problem with this is the walls are very thin. I had a big issue. That'll be another story if you know another video, because boy, the police was called. But we'll wait for that, okay? And now in my final degree, I didn't choose to live in halls again. However, I knew that living in London is going to be expensive. So I thought the best way to do it would be go into a shared accommodation, but shared in the sense of professionals. There's a difference. Sorry. When you share professionals and you share with young people, it's worse compared to when you share with adults. They respect each other's pace. They respect each other's privacy. They respect each other's things. Okay? These are things that I've come to realize. Shared accommodation is really good. Share the fridge and everything. So it's not as bad, and it's a lot cheaper compared to sharing in a property that's through the university, because it's much, much more expensive. I mean, I can share with you how much I spent for this property in the next video. You can let me know if you want to hear about that. But as for, yeah, accommodation, I would not say going to university halls. That's just thinking you're wasting your money. If you want to stay at home, great, do that. If you can commute from home to uni, great, do that. But again, I would say go into shared accommodation with professionals or mature students, which is a way better option. If you want to live in halls, I recommend it for the first year, no problem. The way how I found my property where I live is on Spare Room. I love research now. I would say, guys, research your universities. Just bear in mind it's expensive, especially wherever you be living. But September is coming, and I know you won't be able to go and view the universities, or, you know, have a phone call with them because they're still focusing on the previous students. But when this whole thing passes over, guys, go and review universities. Make sure you want to live there. So guys, I need to like, share and subscribe for your girl. Come on now, show us some love. your girl is upgrading and giving you guys some content, okay? And what else do you want to see on my page? What do you want to see? Huh? Alright, so I'm off. So that was the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.